The top selling gun in the UK for 2018 is the 525. Again, same sort of prices as the Beretta and Browning. They're both entry level. One of the reasons why this is the best is obviously you've got more taller people. They've got a real height in the cone. They make them as high as they can. Whereas the Beretta. Then you've also got, and this is why it was hard to do, because you've got 4,500 guns left sold. Now, Caesar Guerini, another very big one, another very big manufacturer. But they've all pretty much got the same sort of slice of the pie. Some of the gun manufacturers ain't going to like me saying that, but you ain't going to compete with those because they've all got either experience or they've got the quality. So, the Caesar Guerini, very, very, very good gun. They've got very flat in the comb, made just up the road from where Beretta is, but their biggest thing, they come out with very nice pieces of wood on it, nice engraving. That's what they try and do. That's why they try and compete with others, because they put top quality bits of wood on it. Then you've got the Rozina. Again, reasonably nice wood, nice engraving. Again, in that percentage, but again, the one thing that lets Rozina down a little bit is their quality. They have had a bit of quality issues. If you look online, they have had a little bit of quality issues. But they are a good gun. Made literally just up the road from Guerini. Then you've got Krieghoff. In the clay shooting market, all the top boys are now starting to move over to a Krieghoff. But they are only that small percentage. You're not going to get an average Joe Bloggs that's an average A-class shot, B-class shot, going to go out and shoot a Krieghoff. They start at 10 grand, but they're still a good quality gun. Very good quality gun. Then you've got Blaser. Again, Blaser is tried to come up there very quickly. They've tried to compete with the likes of Guerini, Rozina. Again, Blaser have had that quality issue. So that's where Caesar Guerini does get that little bit of upper hand, is they make sure that quality is right. Then you've got the Fausti. Very, very good quality gun. It's made by the sisters in Italy. Now they've got a new Fausti UK. They are trying to come back into the market. They realise they've had some quality issues in the past, but the one thing that Fausti do, which most gun manufacturers don't do, most out of the top 6 gun manufacturers, is they don't test their guns. So Fausti have given, a bit like what Yilditz did, they've put some guns out there before they put them on the shelf. A bit like the manufacturers do with the cars. How long does it take to take a car manufacturer to produce a new product? So MG have been in the country for 5 years. It's only suddenly just started to get really big because they've tried to test their water. Land Rover, it takes them a year to develop a car before they've sold it. That's really, Fausti have tried to do it. That's what the gun trade need to do. If you want to come up and compete with the Berettas, Brownings, Maruku, get it right. Get that quality right. Get the guns out on the shooting school for it. Use the shooting schools. The shooting schools is where you want to test that product, like Yilditz have done. With this gun, they've had it on the shooting schools. They've got 3 or 4 shooting schools around the UK. They've had it out there for a couple of years to test it. And they basically say, try and break that. And that's basically what the Fausti sisters have done with this. We've had one for probably 18 months, 2 years. It only came out on the shelf September, in 2018. But it's been tried and tested for a couple of years. So that's really where Fausti, they're not in the top 10 yet, but they're early days. Again, another one in the cheap gun manufacturers. You've got Betenzolli. Again, the reason why they don't really compete with the ATA or the Yield It is they're quite a lot of money. You're talking sort of £900 to £1,000. For that, a little bit more, you can get a Browning or Beretta. But they are a good quality gun. But people don't know about it. People don't get them out there. But they are still there. There is still a few of them sold. But again, in the figures, there's only 4,500 guns left to sell. New guns. And then the other one you've got, Prazzi. Argumentatively, Prazzi is the best competition gun in the world. It's the only gun that has won numerous Olympic gold medals. If you go and look at that Olympic final in Rio, in London 2012, and you go and see how many Prazzis are out there, there's only 1,500 Prazzis sold in the world throughout. They're not trying to be the big I am, they're trying to be the best. And with the best in the world, you can't say Prazzi haven't done it. One of the most best competition guns on this planet. Everyone starts when they shoot trap or skeet, mainly trap. They start with the MK38, Muruku. They all start with that gun. Once they've been shooting it for a couple of 3 years, 4 years, they'll move to that Prazzi because they want to win that Olympic gold medal. They want to go and win that championship in sporting. Prazzis have got the best trigger mechanism you can get. But they still only, if they sell 1,500 in the world, they might only sell a couple of hundred in this country a year. So it's an honest review, it's an honest thing of how many guns are actually sold in the UK. So that is really the biggest thing that I found out of these figures is the whole gun trade, the whole shooting world need to get out there, not go to all these big game fairs, these big shows. They need to get out in their own world. They need to get the BBC. They need to get all this outside and go out there and put guns in the hands of non-shooting people. And that's how we can increase this pot.